Hi everyone, so we're going to see what is going on in the Twin Flame Collective for this upcoming week, which is the 22nd of July to the 28th of July. So I'm going to get stuck straight into this reading and see what is going on with the masculines I'm going to start with. So what is going on with the masculine collective? Okay, it feels to me like the current energy of the masculine collective, it is, they want to return, but I feel like there's a lot of inner child work going on with the masculines right now. I think that is a huge focus, and all these big kind of like cosmic energetic shifts that are going on in the month of July, it has brought out so much inner child healing for these masculines. So I think we're going to see for the rest of July, for the next kind of like week in particular, we're going to see inner child work being done for the masculines, but also we're going to see, are these masculines ready? It is like you are both being tested to see if you are ready for your wish fulfillment. If you're ready to go after your dreams, or are you still waiting? There's kind of like two camps right now. There are those who are working hard on themselves, doing their healing, and those who are very much waiting for their counterpart to kind of return to them. And it's like, this journey, you can't just sit still and wait and expect things to happen. You have to keep doing your work, keep doing your healing, and it's only then that your counterpart, will start to kind of return to you and come back to you, because as long as you are still projecting onto them, as long as you are still resisting doing your healing by putting it all on them, they are going to feel very repelled by the energy, and they're waiting for you to kind of do your work as well. Like justice just came out then, just to say, this is about you both balancing out those scales. Scales, it takes both of you on either side to be ready, to be in that inner union. It's only once you're both in inner union that you can have this outer union with each other. I mean, it takes two of you. So it takes two of us, it does take you both. Ten of Swords, the masculines are very much ending cycles. I feel like I say that all the time, but with the Lovers on the bottom, this is, they are going through the emotions right now. They're going through their feelings, anything that's been blocking them in this relationship, anything that has been stopping them from going after their feminine, anything that's been making them feel like they are unworthy of this love. That's what's being healed right now for these masculines this week. It is going to be things completed. We are going to see things coming to completion. But for the feminines this week, we have the Eight of Cups. So feminines, there's going to be surprise communication coming in for some of you. So for those of you who have been waiting for communication for a couple of months or weeks, maybe even just a few days, but it just feels like those of you who've been waiting on communication from your masculine, you are going to see it happening, perhaps even this week. And it could very well be an offer of love. It could be, that knight in shining armour coming back to give you an offer of love. But it's going to be different. It's going to be different based on where you are on your journey. Based on kind of like how far along you are in your healing. How much healing you have done. Yeah, the Lovers here. So you could have victory in love with the Six of Wands here. You could see a very good week in relationships. In fact, that's what I kind of am getting. I'm getting feminines for those of you who have done your healing, for those of you who are doing your work and not kind of resisting it and projecting and putting it all on your masculines. You could see a very successful week this week regarding relationships. There could be communication, there could be an offer of love, but whatever it is that happens to you this week, it's going to be good. It's going to be good, but this is definitely for those who have been experiencing a bit of a temporary pause in the connection. Maybe to focus on their own spiritual ascension, to focus on their own spiritual gifts. I'm just seeing that the feminines have had to take a bit of a break. I'm hearing changed perspective. So I am seeing someone kind of changing their glasses. So it's like, you've kind of upgraded your prescription. You're starting to see things clearer. So feminines, keep going with that. Keep going on seeing, from this new higher perspective. Because that is where you should be looking at things from. You know, you shouldn't be looking at things from a 3D level. Do try and look at them from a bit of a 5D level and see, you know, what is the bigger picture here? What are you missing because your ego is filling you with fear? Masculines, stable offer and to their feminine, to their counterpart. So these masculines are looking at giving a stable offer to their feminines this week. I'm feeling a little bit nauseous as I'm channeling this, so I don't know why, but it feels like the masculines are very nervous about this. There's some nervous energy right now in the collective, and I'm just seeing that there is going to be an offer coming in, which is going to have you both a little bit nervous. Both of you are going to be a bit worried. I do want to say an offer for a new relationship, but I'm really resistant in saying that, but that's kind of what I'm being given. It is a new relationship. Or just the next level in your connection, whatever that may be. 9 of Wands, so guidance is open your heart. Open your heart to your counterpart. You know, let that barrier down. You know, the sun has set on a chapter of this connection, so it's time to kind of let it go, to let this new beginning happen. You've been manifesting this relationship for some time, and you're still manifesting it now with your thoughts. You know, everything you think about all the time, that is what you're manifesting in your life. So think about you know, what you are aligning with, and yeah, just kind of like think about your thoughts, what you're trying to manifest. Okay, feminines, I am seeing that there is you're a little bit closed off to your masculines right now. You know, this week is all going to be about opening your heart to your masculine, you know, even if you've been hurt in this connection. There is a lot of solar plexus activation going on with the masculines. Actually does make me feel quite nauseous, quite sick as I'm channeling for this. It's like this new relationship, this new romance, it's so close. But it's like you're both just worried now. It's those pre-wedding nerves, I suppose. I'm going to call them pre-union jitters because that's what it feels like. It is just some nervous energy. Nervous energy is they're preparing to make an offer. I had the Ace of Pentacles and we've got the Queen of Pentacles here. So why is this masculine nervous? Well, it looks to me like he is about to give his feminine that pentacle. He's about to give her an offer, and it's got him a little bit nervous, which is great. It's nice to have that energy of, it shows they care, you know. If they're getting nervous, they care. Soulmate, yes, this is your counterpart. This is your soulmate, your twin flame, your sacred partner. Whatever your kind of soul connection is with the person that you're thinking about, it is like, yep, they are the one for you, and you know that. You do know that. So I just want to see kind of like what the angels have got to say, and it turns out there's a lot. Okay, I'm getting now that there is a lot of guidance coming through for you, but lots of you are not open to receive it. I'm seeing someone with their head in the clouds, not really listening to what's going on, you know, so you have to open your head, you know, open your crown chakra, open your ears as well, listen to the guidance, you know. Some of you are asking for guidance, but not even then creating space to receive it. It's like you're asking for messages, but then you're not even meditating. You know, you have to really find the space and find the time. Right, let's see. Heart chakra. So exactly what I said before. This to me feels like there is a blockage around your heart chakra, around the heart space for the feminines. So I do feel like whoever's watching this, feminines or masculines, you need to focus on clearing that heart space, because that is where there is a blockage. There's nothing to worry about, so you are safe, and this situation is under the perfect control of divine providence and universal order. Only infuse loving thoughts and emotions into the situation to ensure that the highest possible outcome flows effortlessly to and through you. So that is definitely how it feels. You know, you don't have anything to worry about, but you do have to keep those thoughts aligned with what you want. You do have to keep your thoughts aligned with union, and work on clearing that heart space. Relationship. I do feel like there is a relationship blossoming right now for this group that I'm channeling for, whoever it is that's part of this collective. It just feels like there is a new relationship blossoming and coming to fruition. Focus on that connection with your guides, with spirit and your higher self first, because that is the most important relationship. The one you have with yourself and, with your guides is the most important relationship right now. But there is going to be a very wonderful soul connections, like sacred union that is developing. I did ask for messages for this week as well, and it does kind of feel like that is where we are heading. Laughter. I think there's going to be a lot of fun this week. I think for those of you who are in communication or communication is opening up, it's like you're going to be having a good laugh, but you're also going to be talking about your feelings. So I am seeing things developing to the next level. I am seeing things blossoming. You and your partner really talking about your feelings, talking about where it's gone wrong in the past. As I say that, we've got love heals fear. The power of your love, does heal this fear. So I feel like as you two talk about your feelings, you are going to be, you're going to be kind of like moving closer and healing all this fear that you've had over the connection. It's like these nerves that the masculines have right now as they're preparing to give their feminine an offer. That's just like something that communication and conversation can heal. Okay, messages now from the feminines to their masculine. Feminines to the masculine, raise your vibrations. We are moving closer, and I am making plans for us. So these feminines are, they're moving closer, making plans. So this is them thinking about the long-term future, fantasizing, which is, as long as it's healthy, it's really, really good. Because as you kind of make plans and you think about the long term and don't worry about, the current situation, that's what you're aligning with. You're aligning with, with union. Okay, masculines to their feminines now. What messages do these masculines have? I'm not ready. I am still working on things. You are my wish fulfillment, and I'm receiving signs and messages from you. So it does definitely feel like these masculines are, they're still preparing. I do still feel like they have that inner child healing to do. So I did get that early on at the start, that this week is going to be about inner child work, and it feels like they are preparing their offer. So they're not quite ready because, they are still planning, still thinking about what it is that they want. Okay, we're now going to get some messages for what is happening between the masculines and feminines. So I want to see kind of like what the union energy is between the masculines and feminines for this week. Ace of Cups and Page of Wands. So I do feel communication coming through. I do feel like there will be the green light for communication. So for some of you who haven't been speaking, it's like you're preparing, it is being planned, and your counterpart is preparing to talk about their feelings. This is someone who has not been very emotional in the past, someone who has really struggled to express their love and their deep emotions, and I'm seeing that they're now going to be ready to talk to you about how they feel, to talk to you about this connection. Seven of Pentacles. So this could be a very fruitful week. It could be a week of starting to see things manifesting, or really kind of like nurturing this connection. It's like a lot of the fear is going, and it's time for you both to kind of just align yourselves. And this Seven of Pentacles, to me, it's someone watching over this growth, watching over the growth of the connection of a relationship by making sure that, you're still doing your work, still doing your healing. Feels to me like I'm seeing kind of evolution now, and it's like the masculines now, they're going from a boy to a man. They're going from like a lion cub to the leader of a pride. It is These masculines are going through a big transformation right now related to their inner child work, and they are coming out of the other side of this completely transformed and a lot more kind of mature and ready for a relationship. Like those fears they've carried from childhood are fading away. You know, it's going to take different amount of times depending on, you know, where you are, where your masculine is, and how kind of like conscious they are of his work that needs doing. The Death card, so there is going to be a rebirth, and we've got the Two of Cups on the bottom. So there is going to be a rebirth so that you two can be together, so that this union can happen. You know, the union is written in the stars. It's just we don't know when it's going to happen. That's what we don't know. It's divine timing. And but I just feels like divine timing, it's going to happen for you once this death has happened, once this transformation is complete. Queen of Swords. So, feminines, you're being asked to not be so cold right now. This is about opening your heart. Opening your heart and communicating really, really clearly this week. Getting your head out of the clouds. You can still be very high vibration without having your head in the clouds, and you have to bring yourself back down to earth sometimes. So you do need to make sure that you're grounded. You know, your feet have to be on the ground. Knight of Swords. So we could very well see some very quick or fast progress by the masculines this week. We could see them returning nice and shining armour to their feminines, you know, either during this transformation they're going through or once the transformation is complete. Whatever it is, it just feels like movement is being made, progress is being made. It feels like the holes are being filled now. So the gaps where things were in the connection, they're being filled now, they're being fixed and resolved. So soon you won't have those missing pieces. You won't have, you know, the missing bits in your jigsaw. It is going to be ready to be completed. It's like before, you were trying to do this jigsaw, but you were missing so many of the pieces. You couldn't even, you know, you couldn't have completed the picture. Whereas now it feels like Cancer season has just been so important for this connection, for the collective to do their healing, to find their own missing pieces and bring those missing pieces back to the table so that they can complete this jigsaw of union. So let's see what has happened in Cancer season, because we are coming out of it now. Ace of Pentacles. So Cancer season has all been about getting that solid, stable foundation for a relationship. So you'll know if you're in a place where you have been working on that, you know, where you have been sorting out your priorities in your life, getting your career in order, your 3D life in order, your house, your home, your job. You know, you'll know where you've been, basically. But I'm seeing for those who have done their work, for those who have really been doing their work, Ten of Pentacles, we have a lot of good things happening for you. We have some stable offers coming in, and we have progress being made in this relationship. You know, the ending of the hard cycles and the beginning of a new relationship is blossoming. Nine of Wands, just a reminder to let that guard down, to open your heart, let the barrier down and let love in. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed that reading for the week ahead. I do have some exciting things as well, which I've been busy with kind of like the last couple of weeks whilst I've been quiet. So you can now book FaceTime readings through my website. I'll post all the links below. I've recorded some guided meditations as well for you to download. And I've also now got a monthly membership which you can buy on my website. So there is a monthly raffle which is £5 a month, and every month, you know, there will be kind of like 5 or 6 winners, and the prize is, you know, there's a video reading, an email reading, there's kind of like crystal giveaways where you'll receive like tumble stones or palm stones or hearts, again, like free guided meditations. You know, there's all sorts of prizes which will be kind of in the raffle. So do check it out. Do subscribe if you want to enter. And yeah, it gives you the opportunity to win free readings and free things from me.